Hey, we're live. We're recording right now, okay? I just got done playing with you. We're recording. All right, hey guys. This is Kill or that guy Kill. First of all, how goes it, my doodles from other noodles? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's great. Now, we're going to go deep diving today and we're going to talk about a little couple of hot takes. I haven't come out with anything like the origins in my gameplay. I've had so many projects, like literally I think 13 projects going on at once. My Monday through Sunday regiment was literally no personal life at all, so there's a lot of things that have changed now. I have narrowed down my priorities, and like I was part of the Omega Studios predecessor internal testing team, and I quit that recently. I am part of different other projects that I quit. So I have on the side burner been writing the origin story. So by next week we'll be having 4 origin videos coming out, which the first one's going to be Kira, the Raven Huntress, 2, Sevrog, the internal gatekeeper, Drongo, the chemically balanced wastelander, and the last one was up in the air for a while, and I just started writing 2 other people, so I had to like really invest who would fit better in the story. And so what I did was I did Hauser or Howie, the origin stories. That way it connects a little bit better for season 1, in my opinion. So we're going to have a little bit of that, and each of these are going to show backgrounds of different characters as well, intertwining. Fing Mao has a lot to do with it. There's a lot of other things. So we have that coming out, and then I have literally 4 videos that I'm editing, or 4 past broadcasts that I'm editing that are going to be public too pretty soon. So probably within the next 2 weeks. So we'll have literally I think around 8 videos within the next 2 weeks. So that is going to be coming out fairly soon. So setting that aside, today we're going to talk about JellyKnees' recent podcast for the Minions, and his special guest was Sockcap. Now, I don't know anything about the community for Paragon. I don't know anything about the community of Paragon Overprime. I don't know anything about the community from Fault. I am literally coming in blind, baby, and let me tell you, it is for better. It is absolutely a wild ride to see the community split and then join together and split and join together. It really reminds me of Overwatch, whenever Overwatch first came out. I absolutely loved it. So setting that aside, I can't wait. I've only heard a little bit of the podcast, so I don't know. I've had my couple people that are my community, my mods, and I've other people told me about it and said this is the spots, these are the things that you need to watch, and blah blah blah. So we're gonna get right into it. So I was cliff noting it. Yeah, see, here it is. See, I was cliff noting it and seeing which parts I need to see. So first I was told to watch the beginning.
You got the one up on me, but I'm gonna have to cut it. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut it. Listen, I'm too intoxicated to continue this conversation, Jelly. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna have to just cut out. Okay, you and I are gonna keep disagreeing and talking.
Holy shit!
There's like nothing more that we can gain here, and frankly, I'm just like really bored. So
hey man, no problem. Sock, go ahead, let them know where they can find you. Oh, okay.
What? How unprofessional. Weird. So does Jelly only? Okay, so I was told to watch 20 minutes and 30 seconds in.
Spicier topic, but for the two of us here.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what. So after that last podcast with Robbie, is there anything left for you to complain about?
Oh, there is plenty left to complain about. Are you
Really?
kidding?
Oh my god, look at this guy's grin, bro. Look at it. I know. But and then look at him. So first of all, the faces are absolutely great. I love this. So look at Sockcap. Is there anything left to complain about? And he's like, yeah, there is. This is sincere. This is like, bro, I have some worries. This is, do ya, bud? Do ya? Really?
Kidding me?
Really?
No
That
sincerity.
podcast was a step in the
No passion, no sincerity.
right direction, but that podcast was definitively not the like end all be all of there's nothing to complain about anymore.
I thought you were gonna have to start making shit up.
Bro, is he... These personal attacks. What the fuck? All right, we're at 6 minutes at 6:34, so I gotta remember that. But what the fuck? Why are these personal attacks?
What? Then you clearly don't know me because I always am looking for the things that actually exist. I don't need to make stuff up to look into it further. But
Alright.
I mean, so let's talk about that podcast a little bit and see. So if you guys don't know, the CEO of Omega Studios
Very professional.
was on
Very professional. He
the
just
Predcast this
side capped
last
it.
week
Side
and was able to answer
stepped
some
it.
questions about that they had for him. And I think the biggest thing is he provided a little bit more insight into a lot of the things they're working on. And again, I think that this podcast was a definitive step in the right direction, and I think it should be the new baseline for how information is given to the community in Predecessor. Full stop. And I would love to hear your thoughts about that, Sock.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say the question again.
Oh my god. Bro, if this was like an actual debate in real life, Sockcap literally is literally bent over, took his pants down, shoved a thermometer up it, and said, "Suck it." He's literally, baby girl, what are you doing? Literally, he said, she's even my cat's agreeing. Like she can't even believe what's going on right now.
Sorry.
You're good.
You should
it wasn't necessarily
apologize.
a question, just kind of want to get your thoughts on this should be the new
Unprofessional.
baseline for how
Very
information is
unprofessional.
given out. Because he did not give specifics into pretty much anything, right? And I don't think he always needs to give hardcore specifics, but he went into the details just enough that he actually answered questions the community had. He defined the area that the community needs to look into for what's coming, for the UI updates, for console, for Lizard, for skins, for all of these things. He put the community in a better box so that their speculation isn't running wild, that he actually gave nuanced answers to these things without giving specifics of console comes tomorrow. So I want to hear, like, what are your thoughts on that? Should he give more information? Should he give less information?
No, I think it was fine. I honestly think that I'm not trying to sound like a Omega dick rider or anything, okay, but I think that their level of communication has been fine in the past. I think that this was nice, and it is certainly, I think, addresses a lot of kind of complaints that people had. But yeah, I think that they've been fine. I'm a little bit of the camp of like, so there's some terminology that I think you use and other people use that's kind of irritating to me. Where it's
when you start using terminology, that means okay. So when you start using terminology, in the start of this is not good, because that means you don't know yourself on how to explain your own point. That means that you're gonna get lost. That's not good.
Where it's like, I think last podcast you talked about the Greystone event, which was like it's shitty. Everybody knew it was shitty, but you said like this is the most like divisive or the most divided this community has ever been over an event.
So how do you not know how to prove your own point, but yet you think you are going to prove a point that he was trying to make in a podcast that you barely remember? This is the kind of what?
I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, it's like a free event for two icons. Like it's not that big of a fucking deal. But
I feel like he's gonna keep stepping himself. He's gonna keep stepping into the quicksand in these conversations. This is just what it feels like in my head. Like, I'm sorry, but what?
like, I think that the communication has been like fine in the past. Like, I think people always talk about it like being slow. Like, I don't even see like League doesn't release like a hero every month. Like, sometimes they have like a
League's also completely creating original characters every single time.
right, but it's also like an isometric top down from like 2009, 2000.
Oh my God, what is okay? So the complexity of maps back then are not any different for top-down MOBAs now. In fact, they are the similar formula that MOBAs, that even League of Legends have set. They have set the standards on quality, on treating, on doing all these things, which they have a completely dedicated, huge dedicated community. Huge. You're stepping yourself into quicksand, brother.
2010, something like that, right? Like, so like the models aren't necessarily that hard, right?
I would disagree with you entirely. Look into League's
What?
models and their current.
Literally, the models from the from Predecessor or Paragon are mimicked from and are stylized from League of Legends. That's why they don't really work in a third-person perspective. Even the concept from Predecessor kept that going, and it doesn't match what you see in movement and combat in League in comparison. This is a mute conversation, and even Predecessor's items are completely copied and pasted from League of Legends. What is this? These quicksand conversations are getting absolutely insane, in my opinion. Like, okay, so we're in part 1. We're going to end it here in part 1, and so far he has personally attacked the host before any arguments have said. He has not proved any points. Instead, he's walked himself into a deeper hole. I want him to finish his point. But these are 3 things so far. Very unprofessional. He's come in drunk. You can see him drinking. Like, this is very unprofessional. And you're wanting to prove a point. How? You can't. You're mimicking what JellyKnees is saying, or you're trying to prove JellyKnees' point that he made in a podcast, and you did it incorrectly. So, and you don't know how to even explain your own point. So I want to see him try to explain this point, but he has not yet explained any points. He has tried to use terminology, which failed because he doesn't know the actual truth that what JellyKnees has actually said in the said podcast. So that was a mute conversation. Then he's trying to prove something with League of Legends matching, going with their, you know, what they come out with and all that. So I want to see what his point is.
Model creation and tell me they're not that hard, because they do full model creation.
You would make the argument that those models are harder to create than the models in Paragon? Is that the argument that you're trying to make?
No,
What?
but I am telling you that those models are more complicated than inserting a model from Paragon into Predecessor.
Yes, 100%. That's a good.
Yeah, maybe than inserting, but I'm just saying that is also like a huge company with more than 100 employees, right? And they've been doing this for a long time. This is like this studio's first game.
Okay.
They've started out with a small group of employees.
League also has a credible track record. End conversation. Point proven. Close the book. Done.
Now what Robbie said, they have over like 100. Like, I just think that there's differences there that I think are important.
So why'd you even bring up League of Legends then?
But the community doesn't care about that.
I don't give a shit if the community.
Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna end it right there for part 1. So far, wow. I don't even know what to say. I have no idea what to say to that. He so far, it's entertaining as fuck. It is funny to see him step into quicksand, and I just want him to prove a point. So we'll see you in part 2 of this endeavor.